Enjoy from the Bomas of Kenya. It's a chilly evening here in the land of Ma, but we are trying to brace over and make sure that our viewers get up to date with the latest from this vast county of Maasai community. And it has been a very busy day for us here. We have tried to traverse this at Narok West earlier in the day. We also went to Narok East, and now we are at Narok North. And the exercise has not had a very good turnout in most of the places that we visited, but now we will await to see how it will transfer into numbers after the tallying here. And right now, Maasai Girls High School in Narok North, the constituency tallying for this area of Narok North. And it has been Narok North is one of the 6 constituency in this county.
Clearly hear you.
I can hear you.
Yes, we can't clearly hear you.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you now.
So I'm saying it has been a very busy day, and Narok North being one of the constituency in Narok County. It's here that we are at the constituency tallying center, where the tallying of different polling centers is ongoing. And so far, the results have been trickling in slowly, but so far it's from 4 polling stations, if I'm not wrong, that the county returning officer, Mr. Julius Okweto, has announced. And just to get an insight up to how the exercise has been, I'm joined in by Bwana Julius Okweto, who will tell us more about how the day has been and what challenges. Welcome, sir.
Okay.
KBC.
Okay, let me say good morning. It's early morning and we don't expect to sleep. Yes.
Can you tell us how the day has been and what are some of the challenges
Generally, the day has been very smooth because as compared to the early elections that we have held before, in terms of the KIEMs, the identification KIEMs that we use in the field. So today, as an hour, I was expecting maybe to attend to 20 emergencies, but only to attend to 2 at the end of the day, because the rest of it, out of 190, if all went well, all the KIEMs, everybody was identified using the machines they are always willing to use. So we say thanks to the Commission for the better work we did for the people of Narok North. But generally, Narok North, we have six county assembly wards with 189 polling stations spread all over the constituency, and 1 at the prisons. So far, the one for the prison, because it's only a 1 ballot box, it was the first one to arrive. Now they've started arriving. The POs are already in the queue, so which means maybe in the next 30 minutes a beehive of activities. So I was in the field with the team of security. I was some of the section. We managed to visit most of the centers, and the elections went on smoothly. Though on the upper side of Mau, that is the side of Olposumor Ward and Kuruto, Loropil and Melili, I had a lot of difficulty yesterday transporting materials. Some areas we had to use the standby tractor to ensure, because we had to place them strategically, because we had already been informed by the voter educators on the ground that there are certain areas, even a land cruiser, even a 4-wheel drive could not manage. So we placed a standby tractor and we were able to transport our materials in time, because that vehicle left here at around 2, but they were able to reach there by around 9 p.m. after being assisted by the tractor that was on standby. So generally, all the arrangements has been good. It has been encountered a lot of difficulties. Unless there's any that you also, because you're also part of the team, then you can just race and attack us at Narok.
Yes, I was in Narok West earlier in the day, and the returning officer there, Lydia Chepkemoi, told me that she had a challenge, like for the old people, some of them do not have good fingers, so it was a bit difficult for them to detect, so they were using the facial part. Maybe you can tell us if you encountered such a challenge.
Yeah, it is all over. Even in Narok North constituency, we had the same challenges, but we were able to manage because we had several options. It was not only the fingerprints. Some of them who could be identified alphanumerically, we had to take even the face, the ID. So that's an evidence that this person could not be identified by the fingers. So we had the same challenges, but we were able to manage them using the PO's credentials. Yes.
And what about the challenge that I also had about, for example, the old people, some of them need to be helped because they don't know where to tick or what to do.
Okay, now for the case of, for the commission, now let me talk maybe on behalf, little though I'm not supposed to talk on behalf of the commission, but because we were taken for the training, and thereafter we trained, including that old guy, that old woman down there was aware of what was going to happen in the polling room. Because we had trained, we had voter educators on the ground telling them, the voters assisted, how they will get assisted at the polling station. We had several meetings with the chief agent and also the candidates themselves. We told them each and every assisted voter who does not come with maybe assistant will be able to get the assistance from the PO, but we, in the presence of the polling station agents. Yes.
Now tell us about the numbers. How much have you counting here, the number of
polling stations? Okay. So far I've received less than 10 polling stations, but I expect, because I can see now they are coming one after the other, so I expect to have maybe several of them after this. But so far the ones I've cleared are around 10 out of 190, which means I still have 180 to go.
So what time do we expect the exercise maybe to end?
Me, I'm psychologically set, because today I can't manage and I have to do my things. I have to give myself time to do my things correctly. So I'm so psychologically set that maybe the earliest I can leave here is maybe midnight tomorrow. Yeah, unless a miracle happens.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let me release you to go and attend to other duties. As you can see, Ben Troy in US, that's what is happening here. And also earlier in the day, I spoke to the county commissioner, Mr. Isaac Masinde, because there were a bit of claims that there were voter bribery in some parts of this county. So I had to seek clarification with him, and he told me that all was well and there was no any case that they have been able to arrest, and that the security officers are on toes to make sure that everything is well. Back to you, Ben Troy, at the Bomas of Kenya.